Hello and welcome to Crypto News. Today is January 22nd, 2026, and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. Let's go to Mr. Trump told the World Economic Forum that he is working to ensure that the US remains the cryptocurrency capital of the world and hopes to sign the cryptocurrency bill soon. And I don't mean clarity, I'm talking about the Genius Bill, which is just as important. However, Trump also said that the US must remain a leader in cryptocurrency so that China doesn't take its place, which is something they are very afraid of. I'll have the full World Economic Forum in the description for you to see if you want. Continuing with the US now, we'll go to Clarity, which the Senate Committee on Market Regulation, which reported that, will publish an updated bill. And because that's exactly what's gonna happen, some are saying that Clarity could be delayed for weeks until this update is correct. So that's the latest we know about the legislation in the US. Moving on to Russia, I want to tell you that President Putin says that Russia is ready to contribute $1 billion to President Trump's Peace Council. So that's all about the situation with Ukraine. And for our last country for today, we're going to Bhutan, which is increasingly getting involved in cryptocurrency with the help of SEI. As we learned, the Kingdom of Bhutan is set to deploy and operate a Say network validator in the first quarter, the latest addition to the country's digital transformation effort. And the main reason for that, they say because they haven't given the exact details, is that they might use SEI to do the tokenization. And we at Crypto News already know that they will use it for this and other things that blockchain brings. Turning now to our ETFs, let me tell you that in the last 3 days, we have had outflows of up to $1.5 billion with the state of the market. And the only positive news from ETFs is that Grayscale, which had a near trust, made it an ETF, and it has made a request, to be more specific, to become an ETF. It's not done yet. And let's go to Ethereum, which looks like Mr. Vitalik is betting big on decentralized social media in 2026. Let's say that the founder of Ethereum, Mr. Vitalik, said that he is fully returning to decentralized social media platforms in 2026, with his words coming since the competitors seem to have left the game. Let's say he said this in the big post he wrote once again, basically saying he wants to invest heavily in decentralized social media in 2026 for Ethereum, as I understand it. While big competitors like Lens, we learned that Mass Network is taking over the protocol, aiming to create products that people actually use. While Farcaster, the first major decentralized social media, if I'm not mistaken, we learned that it was acquired by the Centralized Infrastructure Company, a social media company called Nanar. So since Mr. Vitalik probably sees that there is not much serious competition, he says to get back into the game. Continuing our thoughts, we'll also go to Ripple, where we learned that Binance will today launch spot trading in Ripple's Ethereum-backed stablecoin. XRP ledger integration is expected later, so great news for Ripple and XRP's stablecoin, which will enter one of the biggest exchanges in the crypto market, and millions of users will be able to use it. Moving on now to our favorite crypto market, we will see that Bitcoin is at $90,000, with the price struggling to recover. Obviously, because of such a big drop, in the last 48 hours, we had $1.8 billion in liquidations. And with all this chaos in the market because of the president's sanctions, let me tell you that Trump is lifting the tariffs associated with Greenland now that he has upset the markets enough. First of all, to be honest, did you know the price could drop this much? And now you told me how you knew that. You knew this because 2 weeks ago, specifically on January 3rd, we told you about an $88,100 and an $88,700 CME gap. And as I said then, traditionally the price moves in that direction to close the CME gap, and it did so with great success, with the price falling to $87,000. So that's something we no longer have to worry about, and it's something we've been waiting for. That wraps up the top news for crypto today, January 22nd, 2026. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.